Well, Zambia's Chamber of Mines is choosing to take a long-term view of the mining industry instead of short-term gains, and work with the private sector to ensure that the industry continues to grow. And to help me dig a little bit deeper into that, I'm now joined by Sokwani Chilembo, who is the CEO of the Chamber of Mines of Zambia. Thank you so much for your time today. Now, let's go into the just energy transition. A big talking point around that has been, how do we do it in a green way to be able to get those green minerals, including lithium, that is seen as the future of mining? What direction is Zambia taking when it comes to that?
Well, Zambia has the good fortune of actually already having a mostly hydro baseload power base, so you can't produce any greener minerals than that. But speaking from a regional point of view, because I'm also president of the Mineral Mining Industry Association of Southern Africa, there is a need to also allow for the development of our, coal and gas endowments that we've discovered recently, so that we can increase the quality of standard of life of people in our region. Because if we don't, and they're energy insecure, they will actually deplete the carbon sink by cutting down trees. And if that continues to happen, then you compromise the environment in which you are mining the critical minerals, and you have a feedback loop that will actually constrain the rate at which you're bringing these critical minerals out of the ground, and the whole thing falls apart. So we really need to, the world needs to game this out a little bit differently. You need to look at doing things concurrently so that you have a resilient outcome. And I think the last year proves that even in terms of having a diverse option on the baseload side of coal and of hydro and of solar and the like and wind is necessary in order to secure a continuous improvement path to where we want to go by 2063.
So, Kwani, where does then this leave then copper, which is a traditional old guard kind of resource? What are some of the transitions being made there?
Well, for copper, it was well known that this would be the critical year, going back almost a decade, because of the ore grade declines across the world. We knew there'd be a deficit to demand by about now. But the growth in demand from the EV and green transition space obviously has exacerbated that gap. So it's great for us because it means that we now have a price that enables us to develop new mines. Because to get to the government's targeted 3 million ton production goal in the medium to long term, half of that involves turning around the existing industry. There's some distressed assets that need to be worked out, and there are a few brownfields that need to be brought online. But the remainder is really down to us doing consistent exploration. And the good thing is we have empirical examples from the DRC that spent $200 million a year for 12 years to get to 2 million tons today. We've seen South America spend about double that amount, but our hope is that new technology and our more forgiving terrain enables us to execute this faster.
Let's talk a little bit about African integration, where, mining giants on the continent find ways to work together. Are we having any of those discussions here at the Mining Endeavour?
Well, that's actually the main thrust of our being here. South Africa is an ideal complement to Zambia's geological endowment. South African mining companies come with, thanks to the commodity cycle, strong balance sheets at the moment. And they also come with deep mining skill. And it's not just skill resident within the companies. You also have a unique supplier base that actually has technologies for application at deeper levels than anywhere else in the world. So it's a good fit. And it's also, if you like, the leading edge of the Africa Free Trade Area realization. So we hope that we can see a lot more South African companies taking an interest in coming into the old copper belt, which is a deep mining space. But also we'd love to have them come through to the massive low-grade deposits that we have in the northwest, which are more South American in character. So for us, South Africa is a natural fit partner, and we hope to see them come round and not wait for what we call trailing indicators like your country risk premium before they make a move. They're only 2 hours away. Come kick the tires and see if you can find something you like. We discovered lithium a few weeks ago. An Asian company was doing exploration there. So we have almost a full suite of battery minerals, and I'll just say, give us a few months, maybe we'll give you graphite too.
Sokwani, thank you so much for your time. Of course, that was Sokwani Chilembo, who is the CEO of the Zambian Chamber of Mines, telling us that South Africans should come visit. Zambia is still exploring and finding new resources, and that, of course, that integrated, governments working together with the private sector to really grow the mining industry, being an essential part of seeing growth in the industry. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo in Cape Town.